The year was 1897, in a secluded European village hidden between foggy mountains. Elena and Victor were to be married, a love story envied by everyone. Elena, a humble tailor's daughter, and Victor, the heir to an ancient family estate, had defied odds to be together. Their wedding day promised to unite not just two souls, but two worlds. Victor's family insisted Elena wear a particular dress, an heirloom passed down for centuries. It was said to bring blessings and prosperity to the bride who wore it. The gown shimmered like moonlight, its intricate lace weaving tales of forgotten generations. However, there was a whispered legend surrounding it. Any bride who wore the dress must complete the ceremony before midnight. Elena laughed off the warning. Superstition, she thought. But on the morning of her wedding, strange occurrences began. The morning of the wedding. Elena awoke to find her bedroom mirror cracked, though no one had entered. Her reflection seemed distorted. Her eyes looked sunken and her face was pale. She brushed it off as nerves. As she donned the gown, a chill ran down her spine. The fabric felt alive, almost clinging to her skin. Victor entered the room, his face pale. "Are you all right?" Elena asked, touching his trembling hands. Victor hesitated. "There's something about that dress, Elena. Something my family never speaks of." Before he could explain, Victor's aunt burst into the room. "You mustn't delay. The ceremony must start now," she said, dragging Victor away. The wedding unfolded under a darkening sky. As the priest began the vows, a strange mist crept over the ceremony, coiling around Elena's feet. Guests murmured uneasily, their whispers drowned by the low toll of the village church bell. When Elena said her vows, the mist thickened, and the ground beneath her shifted. She felt a presence, cold and watchful. From the corner of her eye, she saw shadows moving unnaturally, like tendrils reaching toward her. Victor finally took her hand. "We must finish this now," he whispered. As the clock struck midnight, the mist erupted into an unnatural gale, extinguishing every candle. Gasps filled the room as the gown began to glow faintly, illuminating the ghostly faces of women, brides long dead, stitched into its lace. One bride spoke, her voice echoing. "Another soul to join us, trapped in eternal matrimony. Break the cycle or be bound forever." Victor grabbed Elena's arm. "The dress binds the soul of every bride who fails to finish her wedding before midnight. My family was cursed long ago, and I didn't know how to stop it." Elena stared in horror. The brides' faces twisted, pleading silently for release. The gown's grip tightened on her body. Realizing the ceremony was incomplete, Elena tore the veil from her head and bolted toward the family chapel, dragging Victor with her. The mist grew thicker, and ghostly hands clawed at her gown, trying to pull her back. Inside the chapel, she found an ancient chest with a dagger resting on a blood-stained altar. Victor hesitated but handed it to her. "It's the only way to break the curse," he whispered. Elena raised the blade and slashed the gown. A deafening scream filled the air as the fabric burned away, releasing the souls trapped within. The mist dissipated, and the chapel fell silent. The curse was broken, but the cost was great. Victor's family estate crumbled that night, as if the weight of centuries of sins was finally lifted. Elena and Victor left the village, vowing to start anew. But on quiet nights, Elena swore she could still feel the cold touch of the gown's fabric lingering on her skin. And in an old, forgotten corner of the ruined estate, the cursed gown slowly began to reweave itself, waiting for its next bride.